Hi and welcome to the fifth board in the Squeeze Masterclass. Here we have a really strong hand with a 26 count. So in my system here on Funbridge, 2 diamonds shows a really strong opening. I'm just going to open that. 2 hearts is any hand with at most 7 points. I'm bidding 2 no, which is a forcing bid. Partner bids 3 clubs, which is puppet. And asking for 4 or 5 card major. So I'm going to bid 3 diamonds to show 4 cards and at least 1 major. Partner was not really interested in that. And my 2 no only showed 23 plus. So I'm going to bid 4 no to show a little bit extra. And partner bids 6 clubs, suggesting clubs, but I don't really have a club fit, so I'm going to correct it over to 6 no. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so let's count some tricks. We have 2 tricks in spades, 2 in hearts, 3 in clubs, and 4 in diamonds. So that's 11 tricks. And of course, if the clubs are breaking 3-3, we have 2 more and we can get all 13 tricks. However, clubs breaking 3-3 only happens just over a third of the times, so not actually that often. I can't really hope for the clubs to break 3-3, and then when I don't, go for anything else because I don't have anything else to try afterwards. So I'm not going to risk it. I am instead going to try for a squeeze. But we remember that we only have 11 tricks if the clubs are not breaking. So here I have to correct my tempo. So I will give away a spade trick. The reason that I'm giving away a spade trick and not a heart trick is because now I suddenly have the option of squeezing in spades and clubs. Because if the spades are breaking 4-3, by having given away a trick already, I can establish my 4th spade. But if I don't give away a spade trick and the spades are breaking 4-3, then the other player can just keep the spades because they only need 3. So I will win the ace, and then I'm going to play a low spade. This is important. We cannot play ace-king first because they can just cash 2 spade tricks. So I play a low spade straight away, and now I got another heart. So how am I going to do this? Now let's try again. Let's look at our count. So we have ace-king of spades, and we have 4 diamonds. That's 7, and then we have 3 clubs. That's 10, and 2 tricks are already gone, so that's 12. So that means we're only missing 1 trick. So we are in tempo. Then we have to look at our threat cards. And I want my threat cards to be the clubs and the spades. The next thing we look at is the position of the threat cards, and we know that we have the clubs in one hand and the spades in the other hand, so it's not a problem. We can squeeze either player here. And the last thing that we really need to focus on is the communication. So how are we going to make sure that we have enough tricks? And actually that's fine either way. We have a couple of options. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my diamonds and then discard a heart in north. And now I can actually choose if I want to take ace-king of spades first, or if I want to take the clubs, because they have already been squeezed. So we will just start by taking the diamonds. Okay, and now if 4 spades and 4 clubs are together, they need to keep 7 cards in their hand because they've already played a spade. And we see that we already have 7 cards, so when we're playing this diamond, we are actually going to squeeze one of the players if we are lucky enough and they have the suits. So they discarded a spade in east. I'm now going to try for the clubs and see if it breaks. If it doesn't, because nobody's played a club, so I will just try the clubs. Okay, Let's see, they follow. I'm going to play a heart now. They did not follow, but they discarded a spade, so the spades are looking very promising now. And they are both following, which means now my cards are good. I'm going to play the king of spades and another spade. And we see that East had 4 cards in both clubs and spades, so we made our contract. This was quite a difficult one. The first hurdle is to remember that we're not going to play them for 3-3 in clubs, because it just doesn't happen that often. Of course, if that is our only option, we're going to try for it, but very often it's good to look for another option. And then the second thing was we had to remember to keep in tempo, so we had to give away a trick. And it was very important that we gave it away in spades and not any of the other suits, because the spades were breaking 4-3, so if we didn't, then the other player could have kept the spades. But very well done if you managed.